that old adage about about bad things happening when it rains, it pours? I would say it's officially pouring. Over the course of 1 month, and I have to admit, this is ridiculous now. For the course of 1 month, 3 members of my immediate family have all ended up in the ER on completely unrelated things, on different occasions, but in 1 month's time. I even have to admit, this is like ridiculous now. I mean, I think this is probably the most in close proximity this has ever happened, and I'm honestly starting to question, did somebody like hex our family or some shit? And I'm the only one left that hasn't had it happen. I'm like, oh fuck, am I next? But yeah, so this time it was my dad. And in my opinion, this one was the scariest one yet. Basically, bit of background. My dad's a big alcoholic. Doesn't really eat a good diet. I mean, honestly, he usually drinks his meals, we'll put it that way. Isn't in the greatest of health, mostly because he drinks. Can tell a mile away this is a man with high blood pressure because of the bright red face at all times. Just, to give you a little background on things here. So apparently, while things have been going down with everyone else over the past month, for the past 3 weeks now, he apparently, his left arm has been numb, and he's had chest pains and tightness and didn't feel like telling anybody until yesterday. Don't you love how guys do that? How something will be wrong with them, and when it's still minor, they won't bother telling anyone, but once it gets super bad, oh, now they'll tell you, now that it might possibly be too late to do anything? My dad seems to be the king of that, unfortunately. Scarier is that the guys, at least on Dad's side of the family, actually, I take that back, just everyone on Dad's side of the family all seem to die of heart-related things, so yeah, this is not a good combo for him to have. So he eventually decided he'd go to urgent care yesterday, have this looked at. Not surprisingly, they told him to go over to the emergency room, which, thankfully, because they just recently redid this, is like right there next to it, so it was like literally just walk over there. But so they did a shit ton of tests on him. I don't even remember everything they told me that they did, but they ended up keeping him overnight, both for observation and so they could do more tests literally overnight. No, I just said for observation. I'm sorry, I didn't sleep last night because I was really upset and worried. That's why I didn't film yesterday. But basically, they were trying to figure out what the hell's going on. They were fairly quickly able to rule out that he did not have a heart attack. Thank God. Very, very relieved over that. Didn't find out till this morning that they were able to rule out that most likely does not have an aneurysm, at least not an aortic one. If he has one, it's somewhere they didn't check. But at least aortic aneurysm, not a thing, which is good because his father had one of those. I don't think it's what he died of because he had that surgically fixed. So unless he developed a second one we didn't know of, yeah, that wasn't what he died of. So, yeah. But most of the males on his side of the family seem to die of those, so they definitely checked for it. Don't think he had a stroke, but apparently if they can't get his blood pressure under control, he's at great risk of having one, but has not had one yet, as far as they can tell, so that's good. The downside is they don't really know what is going on there, but the plus side is all the tests they did, his heart looks okay, so thankful for that, because that's better than I thought it was going to come back. I thought they were going to say all sorts of horrible things when those came back, because he's really, for those who don't know my dad, he's not in good shape at all. Like, he himself is the first to admit he doesn't, give himself 10 years. He figures he'll drop dead. If he quit drinking and quit smoking, he might feel differently. Which kind of came up during all of this, and he pointed out to the doctor today while I was visiting him that, what's funny? While I've been here, you know what I haven't had? I haven't had any coughing fits. The pain is virtually gone, and there's no numbness going on. It's like, uh-huh. And you know what I haven't done while I've been here? I haven't smoked or drank. So I'm starting to think maybe I shouldn't. For my dad to say that, that's actually a really big deal. I mean, he's on and off quit drinking, only to go back to it like a month later, tops, sometimes not even that much later. But this is a man who drinks like 4 to 5 bottles of wine a day. Not the little skinny bottles. We're talking magnums, okay? The big bottles. And that's just of wine. That's not counting when he has hard liquor. This isn't counting when he goes out to lunch with his brother almost every day and they have vodkas and martinis and margaritas and shit. Yeah, so he drinks a lot. It's not a good thing. No kidding. But he knows it's not a good thing. He's the first to admit he has a problem. At the same time, he's always been like, yeah, well, my choice. It's either this or I go back to doing worse things, because I've mentioned it to plenty of you guys already one-on-one, but my parents used to do drugs, so I won't go into which ones here. I've probably mentioned it at some point in the past in a video somewhere. Yeah, but, yeah, basically that's always been his ultimatum, that I have to have some vice. Be it alcohol, be it drugs, be it smoking, be it blah 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 blah. He always needs a crutch. That's why, I mean, it sounds good and all that he claims right now that he's going to quit smoking and drinking, and I could believe maybe that he'll quit smoking, because he's done that before and actually been pretty good until somebody gives him one and restarts him on it. So, I mean, I could actually believe he'll quit that probably immediately. The drinking, I wish I could say that I'm more hopeful than I am on that, but I've seen how it goes. I know the game. He lasts like a month tops till he sees his sister at some point, and she brings him out for booze, and he's like the biggest wuss with peer pressure on the face of the planet. The second somebody puts a drink in his hand, he doesn't have the willpower in him to say no. So, given we have a couple holidays coming up here, I don't see him even lasting that long. So, that's the thing. But they did tell him that even by reducing down to like 2 glasses of wine a day, your blood pressure would probably come down enough to not even need medication. So, do you want to keep drinking and need to take medication? Or do you just want to quit drinking and not need medication? I mean, to me, that's kind of a no-brainer. I wouldn't want to be on medication if I don't have to be. If it's an easy fix like that, why not fix it, you know? But, I don't know. Like I said, he was saying it this morning that he intends on it, but I'll believe it when I see it, basically. I've gotten my hopes up too many times and had my hopes dashed way too many times in my life by this promise that he'll quit drinking and then he'd go right back to it. I think the longest he ever lasted of quitting drinking was 6 months. No, he has no interest in joining Alcoholics Anonymous. No, he has no interest in going to rehab. We've tried the intervention thing. Doesn't work on him. And since he's the only one out of us with a car and can drive and an income, we can't really force him into it either against his will. So, leaves us in a weird position, I will admit. So, yeah, that. It's not that great, I know. That's my life, guys, but yeah, like I said, I'd like to be hopeful that maybe this time he'll take it seriously since he had such a scare, but I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be a limited basis that only goes so far until he picks up a drink somewhere and remembers how much he likes it. And he doesn't just stop at one. As soon as he remembers he likes it, then all of a sudden it's the hardcore, let's drink from morning till night again. So, yeah. But on the plus side, it does not sound like he's about to keel over, so that's definitely a good thing, because the way it looked and sounded yesterday, I honestly was really questioning if this was about to happen or not. Because it did not look good as of yesterday morning. Worse, apparently nobody had any intention of even telling me this was going on. He'd already been to urgent care and come back home. Yeah, I know. But he wasn't seen yet the first time he went. He went twice. He went, and they were on lunch break, so they sent him home and he came back like an hour later. But Nobody even bothered telling me he was going there. Nobody bothered telling me anything was up or wrong. They're like, oh yeah, we thought we'd just tell you once we knew something. It's like, at what point were you gonna tell me? If he keeled over, you were gonna tell me that? Like, really? I'd rather fucking know. I'd rather be in the loop. I'm gonna worry either way. I'm gonna worry a lot more if I don't know what's going on than if you tell me what's happening. So, yeah, so basically yesterday was a throwaway day where I accomplished absolutely fuck all and did nothing but pretty much lay around and cry. So, yeah, that. It was not good. But looks like he should be coming home this afternoon. I mean, it's already 1. I think that particular hospital discharges somewhere around 1 in the afternoon. Should be interesting to see how he gets home, seeing as he's the one with the driver's license. So, yeah, I don't know if he's gonna have to call his brother for a ride home, or if he can get him to look the other way and claim, yeah, my wife's gonna drive me home, and just wait till they walk away for them to switch seats or something, or what. I know, we're beginning to see how problematic it is that he's the only one that drives. I probably won't be driving, but if everyone else in the house could start driving, or even just one other person, that'd be great. So, but yeah, it's a very weird situation, and I'm really hoping he's legitimately gonna be okay, because we're kind of fucked if he's not. But, yeah, I was just beside myself all day yesterday, worrying now whether or not he was even gonna be okay, because, like I said, he did not look good. He really did not look good. And probably should have been a pretty good indicator that the couple days before, he didn't go to work and he just, like, laid on the couch and slept all day. That's not like him. So, yeah. But, I mean, maybe he had the wake-up call he needed, maybe not. I don't know. Like I said, it's just really impossible to say with him. I mean, yeah. It's weird, and it's hard to say for sure what's gonna happen from here on out, but we shall see, I suppose. So that's been my past 24 hours of what all's been going on with me. What's been going on with you guys? You should give me some comments on what you guys have been up to. Give me a distraction in the comments. That'd be great. So, even if it was nothing great, it has to have been better than my day was. So, yeah, it's about all I have to say. That, yeah, those who follow me on Twitter probably saw my tweets about this. So, yeah. Figured I should probably do an update over here. Just so people aren't like, oh my god, what's going on? But, yeah, I fully agree with all of you who are thinking, oh my god, seriously, a third one now? Yeah, a third one. Hopefully it will not turn into a fourth one. I'm just, like, walking on eggshells now, like, oh, come on, don't let anything happen to me now. Come on, please, no. So, I mean, I feel so freaking paranoid at this point, you have no idea. Because this is beyond weirdness that all of those have happened in that close of a proximity to each other. And none of them had anything to do with each other. I mean, the first one ended up being pneumonia, but they were scared it was a blood clot. The second one was my sister with the fainting seizure thing, and now Dad. So, very weird, I have to admit. So yeah, hopefully that's the end of that streak. That would be very good if that would just be the end of that streak now, because oh my gosh, I don't know how much more of this I can take. Frick, I just, It's scary, to say the least. That feels like the understatement of the century, saying that it's scary. But, yeah, so I'm kind of just rambling now, so I'm gonna wrap this up, but, I'll do more of my usual videos later today and upload those too, because I don't want to just leave this one out there being a total bummer downer video. So anyway, yeah, so till I see you guys later, bye!